A very good day, sir. Welcome in the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir. Sir, where are you from?
I'm from Yemen.
From Yemen.
Sir, how do you see, from your own perspective, the Egyptian Museum in Cairo and the artifacts that we do have here in the museum?
It's really incredible. The history began here in Egypt, and to be here and to see all these marvelous items is something I can't describe.
How can you describe it? You said you cannot describe it. I got you and understood. What did you see?
It's beyond your imagination. Very valuable items, shows the great history of a great nation, of a great region, and it sent a message that history of Egypt, it was the greatest so far.
Sir, you're from Yemen. You're visiting Egypt. How long are you staying in Egypt?
I've been here for the last 5 months. Maybe I would say 2 months more, and I go back.
Where did you go and visit other archaeological sites in Egypt? As you know that Egypt is the cradle of cities. Did you go to the pyramids? Did you go to?
I live in Giza, so it's very close to the great pyramids of Giza, and I was very lucky because I see it every day. It's one of the seven wonders in the world, and I feel so lucky to be here in Cairo, as I discover every single day new places, great places with a great nation also. The Egyptian also add value to their civilization, you know. So it's a wonderful experience.
How long have you been here?
5 months. Yes.
She's my daughter.
Yes.
How do you see Egypt from your own perspective, and what do you do? What do you study?
I'm not studying here, but I like Egypt. And I like the museums and I like everything in Egypt.
As a Yemeni, how do you see difference in the cultures between the Egyptian culture and the Yemeni culture? Do you see any difference, or do you see we're alike, or do you see we're different?
Yes, you are different between us and you. Like the museums and this, we have something you didn't have it. You have something we didn't have it.
What do we have here in Egypt that we don't have in Yemen, and vice versa?
I think the Egyptian civilization, you cannot compare it to any civilization. You see how many heritages, sites, pyramids, of course. I think you, as an Egyptian, you should be very proud of what you have. Other people everywhere in the world, they don't have it. You know, so we cannot compare really Egypt to any other country whatsoever.
Leave alone the archaeological sites that we do have in Egypt, as Egypt is the cradle of civilization, and we are, of course, I'm an Egyptian proud woman, of course, as I stand and I'm interviewing you. But what I want to know now, the difference between the culture in Yemen and the culture in Egypt, as you've been here for like 5 months.
Culturally, we are quite similar. Because the Arabic culture are quite similar, hospitality, and people, they are very nice, very humble. If you ask anyone any direction, anything, people are willing to help you, aiming to always support you, and generosity also. They're very generous here in Egypt, you know. And I saw a verse in Quran saying about the Egyptian, Surah Yusuf, وقال الذي اشتراه من مصر لامرأته أكرمي مثواه. يعني الله وصف المصري بالكرم. It says
God in His Quran defined the Egyptian that they are generous people. Okay, when we come to food, what's the difference between Egyptian Oriental food and Yemeni food?
Egyptian food, we like the Egyptian food that comes from the farms side, Said, and that kind of places. It's quite similar to our food in villages in Yemen, mainly. And, you know, we eat international food in Cairo, especially because it's a cosmopolitan city, Cairo, but we enjoy also traveling to the countryside and see the similarities between Egyptian and the Yemenis countryside.
Your name, sir?
Fahad. Yeah.
Ritaj. Ritaj. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us in today's episode of Nile Cruise. Thank you very much, Fahd and Ritash from Yemen. Thank you so much.